was definitely a good call. We are going to go into the match right here. Mirage, Cobblestone, Overpass as the 3 maps. And I'm looking forward to this, though. I mean, Threat has been a color caster and analyst for a bunch of different tournaments. Has like an incredible history with the game going all the way back to 1.6. Is one of like the really significant in-game leaders back then. So curious to see what he's going to show us here and what the rest of the team will show us here. It's obviously a domestic matchup, so maybe there could be something interesting going on. Bomb all the way over at B. So these 3 players over here, they're faking it out right now for fnatic. This is just trying to sell it.
Yeah, and they're already running, so you hear the steps there. Spitfire going to spot the first man, trying to put shots through, and so far he's holding his own. He's got some support as well from CT, but there are going to be a bit of a trade there. He finally gets that headshot onto Flusha, only get taken out by JW, and this is actually causing a bit of a rotation here. There's a little moment's hesitation and Threat. He turns back at just the right time to spot that bomb coming through, and we're going to have, what? Crystal from short just annihilating Olofmeister and Crims.
Oh, I think they lined up for him right there. He just took them down, and well, now 50 seconds left. JW coming through. There's a smoke up, and actually Wenton is hiding inside it. That's a great idea. Takes out JW. Nice start here for Team Acer and Pronax. Well, he's going to be alone. Not much of a chance to do anything. Gets shut down by Slap. Great start, I would say, for the underdog team. That's impressive.
I saw you going for the slap. He was going to get slapped. Then you changed
Sometimes you have to control yourself, right? Can't make it too obvious either. Yeah, I was gonna. Well, that's 4 UMPs right there.
4 UMPs.
I was gonna introduce this whole thing with saying it's kind of ironic that Threat is called Threat because he's like the least threatening guy out of anyone I've ever met. He's so friendly and just like really chilled. Doesn't seem like, you know.
He's a tough guy. Come on.
Yes, he's in his own special way. Threat is
in game, basically.
Well, maybe that's it. You know, his like second personality coming out. He's fierce. So hell. Into the middle, Crystal looking for a good headshot there, and Pronax is gone already. Nice control with the FAMAS. JW, they should be careful about challenging him. He's a bit of a body shot in there. Crims taking down Slap, and Crystal will pick up one more kill. Threat going down. He's going to leave them in a 3v3 now. Flusha looking for that deagle opening.
And Wenton hasn't seen a lick of damage yet over here, so he's still holding in CT, but now it's a man advantage for fnatic. They have that scout, and it's still effective. And the UMP is picked up on Crims. We'd like to see him pass that over to Flusha, however, but Flusha currently waiting on top of Tetris. Doesn't have quite anything to work with. Flash, not going to be effective, but can't tell if Wenton flashed himself there, but it's not going to stop him from getting the kill. Ooh. And the wallbang onto Crims. Well, that's just unfortunate for Crims.
That was so tricky as well. He was just falling back and then decided to put a couple of more shots in. 25 seconds now for JW. It's looking really good for fnatic just a second ago, but now it's going to be a little bit tough for him to clutch this one, especially because the time is so low. He has to kind of just go for it here. Picks up a UMP, goes to look in jungle, but 2 people waiting for him, and Wenton picking up a triple kill. Super good start right now for him. Both him and Crystal at 4 kills each. This is just incredible, isn't it?
He's dead on. Just dead on. The money right there. That's incredible. Yeah, it is incredible. And that's a sick read, basically, to get and just completely slap fnatic around. 2-0 the lead now for Acer on the CT side, and fnatic now, after that force buy, they're going to have to go for the eco here. Crims decides to actually invest in a deagle, and he didn't want the HE there, but Slap, he gets a bullet over to JW, and that's going to be basically man advantage now for Acer in this round.
Slap got to be a little bit careful he doesn't end up going down for the reason he's really low on health. Crystal too. So just got to stabilize here and Spitfire to pick up a kill, which is definitely important. Don't want to give up too much in a round like this if your teammates are.
No, you're right. I mean, the whole point essentially is just to farm money, not spend money. So you want to prioritize those UMPs with the kills, and Spitfire's already off to a good start. Crystal's going to get a kill with that pistol. And Spitfire's second frag. Flusha now alone. Dodges most of that nade damage, so that was nicely done there, but Slap will pick him up at range, and 2 kills for Slap, 2 for Spitfire, 1 for Crystal, and a 3rd round on the board for Acer. Going into the first buy round here for fnatic, the real buy round with the AKs, and a pretty healthy number of nades, all things considered.
AWP picked up by Crystal, which we kind of expect as well. Looking forward to seeing what he can do with that weapon. Definitely has a reputation to live up to as well. fnatic is fnatic, and we'll see if they can come up with something cool here with the AKs all around. Crystal in the middle. Easy pick off on Olofmeister. He did drop fairly low, but that's still really much, very much worth the trade there.
And he makes it out as well. Manages to go back into CT. Just gives ground, and that's what he needs to do. Bit of a clever play here over on short. Spitfire gets boosted up on top of the boxes, looking towards Delpan. And Crims is waiting right around the corner there. Flash, but no peek yet. And is he going to be able to adjust in time? Yes, he will. Pronax falls very quickly there. And no reply. No reply possible, it seems, from Crims, who was waiting below.
JW pretending that they just put up a smoke in case someone's watching them short or anywhere else. They're really going to think, well, there's already someone there. Wenton is going to be taking him out, though. Interesting angle. Big kill from Crims, but it's going to be the end of it. Wenton doing a really good job here. Double kill for him. But yeah, I like the idea from JW anyway. You know, put up that smoke. Maybe they're going to think they're smoking it from middle and they haven't boosted yet. So it's a nice little idea. Fnatic are getting a little bit behind here in the beginning.
Yeah, they are. This is definitely a struggle for them. Because now, I mean, I'm wondering if Fnatic, if they came into this just fully cold, right? Or if they're not necessarily respecting, they're giving Acer the respect that they deserve. Acer aren't a team to be taken lightly. If you give them the opportunity, it's much like TSM versus Dignitas. Acer haven't got the accomplishments that Dignitas do, but if you give them an opening, they will take advantage of it.
Threat really waiting up here. Grenade all the way back. It goes a little bit too far. Once he jumps again, he's going to see 3 people coming for him, and he's going to take 1, 2, 3. They line up on top of him. Oh my god. That is beautiful. It's like they were trying to basically cover him just to extinguish the M4, just, you know, try and see if they could choke it out, but...
So does that make Threat a Hornet?
Yeah.
Like a bunch of bees?
Essentially, that's what just happened. I don't know. That was brutal. That's actually just a really, really funny clip. Look at this nonsense.
They're just going running on top, like they're standing on his gun. What is this? It's not how it works, JW. Come on, man.
Well, 5-0. Moving into the 6th round now. JW has the AWP picked up. So far, Fnatic, I mean, I was wondering if it's like, you know, dinner time has just finished. Fnatic, they had some Shutbula, and now they're sort of back in here. Though Crystal will take down Olofmeister. I mean, either way, you know, cold or not, they're the best team in the world. Acer are showing us some really cool stuff here. Like, this is impressive. No matter how this turns out, we all know there's a chance that Fnatic could kick it into, like, overdrive and just go nuts. But no matter what, don't want to take anything away here from Team Acer. They're doing a really good job.
They are. There's always that one thing to consider is it's just that on T side, Fnatic, they may seem a little, just a little weak here. But that's also due to them not knowing how Acer like to hold the sites, how do Acer approach their CT side. Not sure if Fnatic would have done much research on this team. So
I doubt it.
You know, going over, getting down to it right now, Fnatic are really struggling quite a bit, actually.
Yeah, they definitely are. Although, I mean, a lot of the times, if you don't know a team, and actually it feels like to me it's easier playing on the T side than it is playing the CT side, just because you get to dictate how you want to play. Yeah. Whereas on the CT side, you know, you have to adjust to some strategy that you've maybe never seen before. You don't know their pacing or their style. So, I don't know. I mean, maybe Fnatic are putting too much thought into this. Like, why not just go for a standard A execute at this point? Just, like, line up the smokes, run in, put the bomb down. Just play it safe. Like, instead of trying to think too much about it, just go for what usually works.
Set up so you can get refrags. A lot of these duels that are being lost by Fnatic, it's just one guy alone. There's no opportunity for a teammate to come in. And now we see them put 2 guys to top mid. So, I'm wondering if that's a bit of a change coming out here, a bit of an adjustment made by Fnatic. 2 guys top mid, 1 below, an underpass. Nice little nade there. Not really going to do too much damage, however. A return is going to do quite a bit to JW. And Slap, waiting patiently, going to get that kill. Nicely done here by him. Keeps his cool. Spitfire peeks out on short, takes out Olofmeister, and everything is going right for Acer. They are just completely running away with this half so far. 6-0 and a 2-man advantage in this key round. Make that a 3-man advantage. Slap peeks up into apartments and takes out Flusha. They look like they want to try and get some kind of damage going in here into connector, but there is a man waiting in the ladder room as well. And he could be key. Spitfire, that is, waiting on short, and they know where Crims is, of course. He just gets that return frag, so now it's going to come down to the timing for him. Peeks up, takes a little bit of damage there. Spitfire spots him out, but the bomb is waiting in connector, and Crims still has 40 seconds, so he's really trying to do the best that he can with it. Nice 180. That was so sick. Just predicting the movement there of his opponents.
Yeah, shows you why Crims is a dangerous player, and they are respecting him a lot. I mean, Acer are playing this super well. They're not challenging him. They say, all right, you want to come look for us? We'll keep hiding as much as we possibly can. Crystal in a little bit of trouble, but Crims is going to get shot in the back there. Great communication as well. As soon as he saw him, went and got the call, went back in towards CT spawn. Definitely very impressed here. 10-0-0 on Wenton and 9-0-1 on Crystal. This is just a great start at the moment. Flush hasn't even killed anyone. 3 people on fnatic haven't killed anyone yet.
Yeah, that's just unheard of.
I mean, I'm sorry. We only have like this monitor that's just like an output. We don't have a keyboard. I always say we're going to check HLTV right now. I bet there's some great threads going on at the moment.
Where are they coming from? You remember Mystic from LGB as well?
Yeah.
Apparently got his name cleared.
I saw that, which is really good news because the guy was a monster.
Total monster. Like, coming out of nowhere as well. So, of course, you know, the accusations come through. And he's had his name cleared by Valve themselves, so interesting turn of events there. Coming back to this map, it's 7-0 for Acer. An execute coming in here onto the A site for fnatic, and they're just they're getting stomped flat. They haven't even made it out of T-Pit, and they've just used all of their nades. They have a single HE left on Flusha with the CZ75. So this is just a little bit awkward. Over rotation somewhat coming in here from Acer, however. They are now starting to peel back towards that B site. But Olaf going up connector.
It's not so bad with the rotation because they got threat so far up in the window. He's just sitting there. So, I mean, he hears or sees anyone. He can always just get he can get the quick peek and fall back. He'll know pretty early. It's not like he's jumping and waiting for some sort of signal. He's just going to know. And he's got a Molotov as well, so he should buy a lot of time as well. The attempt there from Crystal. He's going to miss the shot. Really dangerous. Pulls out the AWP, but Flusha around the corner going to end up dropping him, and threat will fall. So, fnatic finally looking to pick up the first round here as Flusha gets a double, and Wenton, I mean, he hasn't died still, but this might be the round for it. He's going to walk right into Kitchen and can't win that fight against Crims. So 7-1. Finally, the world champions get a chance to do something.
Get a round on that board and actually force Acer to spend some money here, which was getting to be pretty important. They were starting to run away with it. They had 3 guys well above 10,000 at the beginning of this round, and we can see the impact that that's having. I mean, they still have... Basically, they still have nearly 7,000 on threat. 2 guys at 4. I mean, the money's still there for Acer, but that was a key round for fnatic, keeping some players alive for themselves as well. And it does look like a quick setup in the B apartments, but it should be going down into underpass, and they're looking to just kind of sandwich in on mid. Once again, Olafmeister going up to top mid alone, however, so there wouldn't have been an opportunity for a refrag in that scenario.
Crims getting forced out with a bit of a strange Molotov into that corner, but then Slap just comes peeking out. Expert timing, in fact, really good game sense. Just had a good read, understanding what was going on in the middle then. That Crims was trying to challenge that window continuously. And also, JW and Flusha go down. Slap picking up a second kill. Threat also getting one. Is down to Pronax and Olafmeister. If they get reset right now, fnatic, this is worst case scenario for them.
Exactly. This could throw the entire half for a loop. You know, Olaf right now gets the drop on Spitfire, so that's nicely done there. Still man alive on short, however, holding close, and he's worried about connector as well. Right now, Olaf is still trying to find a kill, but Threat's in position to stop him if he does decide to come back around here. So 35 seconds left, bomb making its way through B apartments, and Olafmeister looks like he's content to keep the pressure here on short that would allow Pronax to work his way out through that B site and perhaps get a backstab in.
Oh, making a little bit of noise here. Gonna play right into the Threat's hands. 20 seconds left. And there's Wenton going down. Pronax, getting the kill there on Pronax, who had the bomb, and Slap is going to pick up Olafmeister. Triple kill for Slap as well, and we're going to be at 8-1. 10th round coming up. fnatic entirely reset here. And Acer right back on top. Wow.
Yeah, Pronax, I mean, he's gotten 2 past the 007 right now. So that's a bit painful. 009 for him, whereas the rest of his teammates still kind of lagging behind. Crims is fighting the good fight, but he's only even. The rest of them still struggling to get anything going for themselves here. So Acer, man, and they managed to shut down fnatic in a key round. It's going to open up the opportunity for them to actually just run away with this half now, putting them up at 8-1. And this HE could be deadly. Is he going to get the timing right, though, Threat? They're trying to gather up right outside as soon as he hears that first step, but he swaps back to the M4, and that could cost him. Now begins the push. Now begins the run. And that HE just tagging them all up. So much damage dealt. It turns into a real blender there. Spitfire manages to wallbang JW. Olafmeister does return on him, however. Nicely done there with the P250. Finds that headshot, but it's still a 1-on-4 scenario, and he's stuck in the corner. They knew exactly where he was. Anticlimactic finish to that round.
Yeah, but very effective indeed. Just dropping the one player on that CT side. 9-1 being the scoreline now. fnatic got a long road ahead of them at the moment. This is turning into a very strange first half. Nothing like we expected. We were talking in the break when we were between the first and second match here, and the general feeling was that if Acer could get like 10 rounds on any map here, that would be impressive. Like, that would really be impressive. Right now they're looking to win the first map.
Yeah, it's going to be like a kind of, I don't want to say force, kind of a force, but it might as well be a force because they just don't have any nades to work with fnatic.
Yeah.
Saw 4 smokes. Oh, attempted no-scope there by Crystal. Nearly gets caught off guard, and then once again, Slap catches out JW. And then the flash from short. This is actually just, we've seen them run this before. Last time Slap got that kill, flash comes out on short to stop the punish from coming through from fnatic. I mean, right now there's some very good team play coming through on Acer's side. They're really making life difficult here for fnatic, who just kind of seem to be lost, at a loss as to what they need to do.
Yeah. What is this team and what have they done with fnatic? Threat gonna pick up the one kill on Flusher then. Slap waiting for that smoke to clear. Gonna pop it up there with a flashbang there and wins that fight against Crims. Finally ends up dropping to Pronax, but there's still a man up. No bomb plant yet. And Pronax and Olofmeister can't even really help each other out. They're like in this weird position where they have to play on their own and make their own entry somewhere.
Winton would have been too far away to hear that. He starts hearing those steps, though.
Yeah.
You see the instant reaction from Threat. He just starts peeling off of that B site. 15 seconds left. There's not going to be any time for a fake. They're going to go for the A split, and Olofmeister loses the duel versus Winton. This is insane. Pronax, 9 seconds. He has so little time to play with here. Crystal misses that shot. So there might just barely be a chance. Oh, and he doesn't get it. He nearly had that bomb plant down there, Pronax. That would have been a big win for them, getting that bonus money. It's not the case, and this is insane. 10-1 for Acer on their CT side. What an incredible start.
I have no idea what to say. This is shocking, isn't it? I mean, 14 kills on Slap, 13 on Winton, 11 on Crystal. But it's not like anyone else is really far behind either. And fnatic, if we bring up the scoreboard, what's their score like at the moment? 1 kill on Pronax, 2 on JW. Crim's doing his best at the moment to try and help them out, but yeah, this is definitely a shocking result, but very cool as well. I mean, sure, we all kind of know that Sweden is like the Counter-Strike nation out of all of them. The Swedish talent pool is incredible, but these are people that we've sort of written off for a while. I mean, you know, when was the last time we saw Threat and Crystal play Counter-Strike?
And at a level, I mean, they can go toe-to-toe, they can rival fnatic.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's like too soon to call it 100%. I mean, right now it looks like fnatic aren't showing up, but it could be that fnatic for the next 2 maps are just going to destroy them, essentially. Like, that's a very likely scenario, in fact.
Remember Hellraisers?
Yeah, exactly. But still, you know, this is still kind of cool. Must be confidence building, right? You know, if you're Team Acer and you think, okay, we'll just practice on the weekends, do our best, you know, we've got real jobs and we've got to try and see if we can make all that work, and then, you know, you just show up for one evening and you put this on fnatic. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, they put the paint on. Slap hesitating just a moment. That opens up the kill. Initial start going strong here for Acer. They're just going to try and barrel through that smoke, perhaps find the angle, but a fresh smoke goes down, blocks off Slap, saves him, and he even gets a decent spray onto Olofmeister, finds the kill eventually. Spitfire hits the headshot, and Winton going to fall to Pronax. It's still a 2-on-4, now a 2-on-3. Flusha delivering a great headshot onto Slap to shut him down off of the stairs. And Pronax now just trying to do the best that he can on this site, but Flusha's caught out in the open. He has no way of crossing safely to that site.
Wow, I can hardly believe this. It's really, really shocking, isn't it? Pronax and Flusha, again, they can't really help each other out too much. Flusha has to get on that side and put the bomb down. There's still 2 Molotovs on Team Acer. And once again, I mean, this is just to show you, it's not just about fnatic making a bunch of mistakes here. Look at how safe and well they're playing it. They're so far back. They're really not exposing anything. They know that a player like Pronax, a player like Flusha, give them a couple of openings, fight them one at a time. They'll take it and probably win the round for themselves. But instead, look how far away they are. They're really trying to play this safe. Now they're wondering if Flusha's gone back. They're still keeping a guy here.
Threat's just going to dance.
Yeah.
He knows that the clock is working against Flusha. Only 20 seconds left here for Flusha, and he is going to lose the head-to-head fight versus Threat.
Yeah, and that is, yeah, just a nice movement from Threat. Also shows some pretty good game understanding. I guess I would expect nothing less, but the way he allows Flusha actually to sort of get his recoil up and running by shooting at the box. And then instead of trying to take like some sort of peek battle with him, he actually goes and over peeks that angle and then like crouches into the spray, which is such a good way of handling exactly what Flusher was trying to do then. Really hard for Flush to deal with, because for him to win a spray battle versus Threat, then he has to calm down from the recoil and then like essentially he has to sort of continue the shooting that he was doing on the box right onto Threat, whereas Threat's recoil is just much better. So pretty good job there as well. Wenton, Crystal with the kill each, Flusher finally returning, and Olofmeister actually opened the round. So 3-on-3 situation. Let's see if they can hold the bomb site, Fnatic, or if Team Acer have got something to show us here as well. Molotov all the way in there. Flusher is very low on health, but still alive.
Yeah, we lose Flusher actually, but JW on live on the stairs does manage to get that refrag. And Crystal, now not sure if he spotted the man in the corner. I don't think that he did. He may get caught completely off guard here. Smoke goes down on top of that bomb. Oh, and he hits the jump shot. Ludicrous. Gets on that bomb as well, just trying to bait them out into the open, and he's stuck in a crossfire here. There's just not enough time left for him to get that bomb done, and he is going to get caught out by JW. So 12-2, Fnatic get a second round on the board, but there is plenty of money on Acer. They have everything that they need to get bought up here in this round.
This is a jump no scope. Come on. That is ridiculous.
Wow. And he just catches him through the edge of the box. That's the only thing that saves Pronax's life.
Auto Sniper and AWP now by Team Acer. Let's see if Fnatic can save a little bit of face here, even though it's not even close. I mean, I would say Fnatic should have won like 10 rounds in this first half on T side, just based off like the difference in experience and skill playing this game. It's like, that would have been my guess.
Oh, that perfect flash, and that opens it up. Spitfire pushes through. He takes out JW, and Spitfire still alive on short. Wins the duel versus Crims? This feels like the Twilight Zone, Anders. When does Crims lose battles like that where he gets the drop on someone?
I don't know. I mean, if this is Fnatic trying to wake up, then they got to do it real quick. It has to be now. Where's that Bravo boost when you need it?
Serious.
Let's get some of that strawberry drink in there and then keep fighting. That is, yeah. What a great turn of events, because, I mean, nobody wants to say this, but at the same time, anyone who sees this matchup is going to think, yeah, Fnatic just going to be 2-0ing this Team Acer, and then we'll move on with our evening. But the fact that it's not like that is great. That means we've actually got something real to talk about and enjoy here. Love it.
Just excellent team play for Acer through and through. And now this puts them in a prime position, because if they have a pocket strat for their pistol on T side, it's not like Fnatic will have done much research on these guys. You know, do they know what the tendencies are for Acer on their T side? What kind of rounds they're going to run here on Mirage? This is insane that Spitfire wins that versus Chris. How does Crims lose a battle like that?
Well, you see the difference between actually the way. So Crims does go for like a really wide peek before he finally sits down and crouches in. But he hasn't been shooting his gun first. And, Spitfire hasn't been shooting his gun first. So for him to just, like, quickly adjust his aim, and especially with the M4A1, sit down and spray like that, it really makes a big difference. Like, I think the best person to have explained it so far is actually Nothing from Cloud9.
Yeah.
Had, like, a really good rant on his channel at one time where he tried to explain this whole concept of, like, how do you peek, like, jiggle peeking. Yeah, I think he was just like generally trying to explain it, right? The difference between jiggle peeking and going for the wide peek on someone, and when you should do what. And it's kind of hard to tell, because obviously you need like a lot of time in the game before you have like an intuitive understanding. Because it's not like you can make a choice. It's not like you're sort of asking yourself as you're going, should I go for the wide peek? I think I'll do that. You just feel like that's the right call. But there's a mechanical explanation for why sometimes it's better to go for a wide peek, depending on what your opponent is doing. And why sometimes it's better just like keep taking the one-tap fight, jiggle peeking away.
Jiggle peeking.
Jiggle peeking is a good term.
That is actually a good term. I mean, usually what were we saying, like shoulder peek?
Yeah, but I mean, shoulder peeking, I would even say it's like a different, it's like a different mechanic almost. Like jiggle peeking, I think.
Well, you're just doing it back and forth, like again.
Yeah. But I would say shoulder peeking is actually, I don't know. I would use shoulder peeking to explain how to try and force someone to use an AWP shot. Whereas I guess maybe jiggle peeking is a little bit the same. We need better terms, essentially. We need to clarify the terms.
Clearly, man, we can't come to terms with it. Okay, well, Fnatic, 2 rounds on the board here in this 16th round, first round of this second half. And Team Acer, they've gone for a brute force method, brute force approach. Both teams, in fact. 8 Kevlar, A kit on Crims, Wenton with the P250. And we're about to see bullets fly here already. Threat actually trying to power through on that B apartment. That potentially catches Flush out of position somewhat here. Pronax alive. He's going to be going for his usual, kind of playing by the van, not giving anything away, just waiting to see if they're going to commit to this Acer. But it doesn't look like it. Acer is still gathered outside of mid with a minute left. They nearly take out Crims right there, and Crims gets nailed by Slap.
And he's going to continue on, not going to pause for a moment. Threat now running into the B-bomb site here as we find the kill. Pronax in the corner will just barely survive, but now the rest are coming for him. This could be a 2v2 situation really quickly, although Pronax is doing a lot of damage there to Spitfire, and Slap is low as well, so this should be a round for fnatic. Flusher, I mean, stolen the Glock, a lot of bullets, good for a fight against these low health targets, but the bomb goes down at least. The team Acer, and Flusher is gone. Oh no, this would be unreal. Acer, surely there's no way they can lose the map if they win this pistol.
Well, oh my god, they just don't die. This Kevlar, it's insane. Olafmeister will be able to pick up the kit, but then the peak shot comes out, and Spitfire gets the headshot on Olafmeister, point blank.
Wow.
14-2 for Acer. Are they going to be able to close it? I mean, they have a lot of chances. I mean, fnatic at this point need 14 rounds in a row. So they have a lot of room for maneuvering here, Acer, but still, this is insane. The fact that they're actually pushing fnatic right out of Mirage. You know, I've said that these are the best maps, and that, you know,
they are.
Acer clearly demonstrating, you know, that they are perfectly at home on Mirage and willing to go toe-to-toe with the best.
This is some madness, isn't it? Like, I don't know. If they can't close this game out, then I don't know. Maybe time to close the team instead. Like, they've got 14 rounds here where they're just gonna win like 2 and 14 rounds and they'll be good to go.
What's crazy there is just the fact that there were 2 players there, perhaps knowing that fnatic have a tendency to push apartments, push palace. So Acer had 2 players waiting outside of it. They managed to trade effectively, bringing it back to a 4-on-4. Still some gear superiority here for Acer. I'm surprised at the number of pistols, though. Not going to change anything, however, for Crystal, and Threat there to support him as well. It's going to be the nade, however. This is going to be a touchdown. Crystal is gone. Decent damage dealt to the rest of the team as well. Wenton and Threat having caught some shrapnel there. But it is going to be Flush and Crims last 2 alive here for fnatic in a retake scenario.
I mean, exit frags would be good right now. I think that's about the best they can do. Crims running in, 5-7, and armor in hand. Gonna end up going down to Slap, who picks up another double kill with that Tech 9. And Flusher, again, best he could do, I think, is getting a couple of exits, but it's not gonna happen. Slap will find a third one. It's gonna be 15-2. I don't know what to say.
I'm at a loss as well, actually.
If someone showed up right now and said, oh, by the way, guys, it's just a joke. They've all switched names, so in fact, Acer is fnatic and fnatic is Acer, I'd be like, all right, that makes sense. Now I understand. This is just great stuff, isn't it? 25 kills on the Slap.
Yeah,
Team Acer did pick the map, apparently, so they know what they're doing. This is a real pleasure. I mean, it's not every day you get to see fnatic getting stomped on any map.
By a massive underdog.
Ooh, Olafmeister playing just at the edge of the smoke. He's going to be able to kill Crims. We'll be dropping Slap. This is fnatic's last chance to stand up to Team Acer here on Mirage.
And 2 in connector, now they know. HE goes out, going to do a sizable amount of damage to Crims, and that allows for Spitfire to sneak his way into CT, where he's going to get greeted by Pronax, but he wins the fight. Olafmeister continues with the lurk. JW gets the kill first, however. That's Spitfire down to 1 HP in a 1v4. You can kill him with a flash nade, but it's not going to happen. And fnatic will be able to get a 3rd round on the board here in this second half. Acer still on map point with 15, and well, they're going to have another 12 rounds here to get the job done, to pick up 1 round.
Yeah, exactly right. Should be possible, right? It feels like, especially because they've been hitting shots left and right. I mean, sure, fnatic could be cold. They could be surprised, a little bit overwhelmed at like and how good Acer are playing. But don't want to make too many excuses right now, because they're putting them in a tough spot as well. Like, they're really earning this Team Acer.
Yeah, but look at that. I mean, clearly they have a bit of a plan. Okay, and it seems like it's just going to be perhaps a bit of the pincer. Man into underpass. Nice nade at the top mid. And the shot there by Crystal. He doesn't get it done. Crims will take out Spitfire instead. That's a real surprise. Looked like he was pretty close to getting that shot in, so.
Yeah, a bit unfortunate.
Smoke to top connector. JW peeks. Perfect timing for him to do so. And manages to pick up his second kill of the round. Oh, first, rather. Crims picked up the first one, of course.
Slap down here in the middle, trying to take a jump up, looking into short. Flusher and JW are really low, but so Crystal. So at the end of the day, unless fnatic make a big mistake, if they can peek them here, if they give something up, it should be in favor of the CT side this round.
They really don't have many options, Acer. They do have nades, though. That always gives you an opportunity. If you miss shots like that, however, you deserve to get shot in the back. Crims opens everything up there. Threat tries to go off a balcony. He's not going to get the kill versus Olofmeister, who's holding on the site itself. And with 35 seconds left, Crystal looking to back up and give ground here. He's got 3 HP left as well. It's looking pretty grim. And Olofmeister takes the peek and gets the kill. So 2 kills on the board.
There it is, yes. Finally coming up with a 4th round, and it's 15-4. What do you think, Sam? Are you believe in the 11-round comeback? Are we going to see some ridiculous overtime here, or do you think Acer have what it takes to finally close out the game? I mean, probably not this round because they're on pistols, but they got so much to work with, right?
Yeah. No, they have such a huge cushion. And that's the real difficulty now for fnatic, because there could be just, you know, a single strat that they've practiced quite a bit. They've got it ironed out completely, Acer. That is definitely threat style. So there's, at any moment, Acer could just explode onto a map. So I'm sure after this eco round, we should see a buy, and we should see them being able to just walk up and get everything done.
Oh, there it is. 2 grenades similar and 3 kills. That was pretty perfect, wasn't it?
That was a thing of beauty.
Look at this. Look at the timing here. There's 1, and then Slap and Spitfire. Next to nothing. Kind of wish Flusher hadn't got that scout kill, just because we're doing the 4 kills with grenades. Either way, it's going to be 15-5. Quick smoke in the middle there by Threat. Really fast, in fact. That's cool, because that means his team can just kind of accelerate behind it if they want to. They can get in here really quick. They will do that. Jumping up there. Crystal trying to look over, and JW looking for a quick flick. Nice way to use that smoke as well.
That was actually pretty clever. Nice shot there by Crims through the smoke. Takes the fight and loses it, but JW's there. Oversight, essentially. Takes out two players on top of it all. Nice shot there by Slap. The mid-air headshot on Flusher. That's not easy to do.
Oh no, this Molotov. Olofmeister's very low on health, but he's going to survive. 1 tick would have been enough to get him killed, but it's instead burning the palm trees in the corner. Acer, again, without money, really? I mean, this is where it's like, you've got so many rounds to play with. You're not going to feel any pressure until you get up to like 15, 13-ish. Then you start thinking, okay, we're really running out of rounds here.
We might be in a bit of a tight spot. And actually, look at this. Bit of a timeout coming out from Acer. That's interesting. Hard eco nearly for them. Wenton, the only one. Well, Wenton and Spitfire, both of them have invested. That's actually pretty cool. It's like an old Very Games Titan approach, essentially. Mill about, talk it over on an eco, and then figure out what you're going to do in the next round. So now we'll see. I mean, now I'm excited. 23rd round. I'm curious to see what Acer are going to go for to close this map out.
So what do you think they're talking about at this point? You know, are they already celebrating? They're like, you guys bring the champagne. We're about to beat fnatic.
Good control. Pronax. Now he's starting to wake up here. He had a real rough start to the night. But he comes alive. He manages to get some eco frags on the board. Starts, you know, get some padding there. Broke into the double digits. It's always positive. And now Acer, 15 up, 7 for fnatic, and Acer get a full buy. Crystal has got his AWP. So he's going to be able to go toe-to-toe with JW here. And that is a battle worth witnessing. I'm curious to see if he's going to be able to win it out. I mean, they are setting it up. Spitfire can go jumping across to try and draw the attention. Instead, it might be... Yeah, I was about to say. There we go. One of them gets caught at least. But Wenton with the headshot onto JW brings it back to a 4-on-4.
Now is when they can really open it up. This is going to work out in their favor. Crystal to take down Crims, and we're in a 4v3. And again, they're playing this one so safe with the bombers all the way back here. They got plenty of time to make up their minds about where they want to go. fnatic are kind of reacting quickly to this, like trying to get into the middle where they can sort of play almost all positions. Flusher sneaking back in, and Pronax covering the ramp entrance into that A bomb site, just trying to make sure that no one is going to be getting too close before they realize. And they do have Olofmeister up here as well. With a Molotov, with a grenade, they could shut down Team Acer if they get the right entry factor fnatic. Oh, Threat has got a Molotov. Could he burn out where Pronax is? If he knows this position, it's very easy to see when someone knows it, because they'll be looking at the roll a little bit more to his right here. So if we follow Threat, it's Slap walking in. In fact, he's just waiting now. Not going to Molotov anything. Goes for the quick peek. Oh, yeah, there it is. So you see exactly. Great job on Threat there. Pronax forced to run out, and Threat will take care of it. Nice job. Going to go for the bomb. Plumber. Flusher's going to be there. 19 seconds left. He picks up Threat. They probably thought he was playing somewhere in middle instead, and just did not have the right read on it. Now it's going to be Crystal putting down the bomb, and Flusher can't stop him. It's a 1v1. No grenades. AWP with a Zem4, and Crystal had to get the shot. Flusher clutching it in a 1v2. Nice job on his part.
And catches him, and clearly catches him without the op, because looked to me like that last minute was trying to run away with the with his knife out.
One thing to point out, even though I was excited about Threat throwing that Molotov, it also felt like it was a bit late, because Pronax got to kill 2 of his teammates. And ideally, once you get up from the ramp and you're sort of playing by Tetris, you want someone to throw down a Molotov, because the guy playing there has 2 options. He can either try and find a safe corner inside, which sometimes the Molotov doesn't cover everything, so maybe you're going to risk it. But more than likely, you're either going to go up the ladder where Threat's waiting, or you're going to try and run out into the bomb site where the people on Tetris are waiting.
Yeah.
So it's really tough, right? So actually what happened instead is they sort of lost 2 to Pronax, and then the Molotov came in and Threat cleared it. So a little bit of mistiming, still pretty good stuff.
Well, last time around, JW wasn't really able to get too much accomplished.
Look at this. Crystal still is...
Oh, yeah, JW zeroes in.
There's the flick.
He saw it once already, that's the issue. So it's like if you repeat things like that versus JW, you're going to get slapped, and Crims is there to take out Slap, actually. Funny how that works.
Spitfire is going to be alone now. Not sure what he could do. Not a lot. Pronax coming up from behind. 15-9. Slowly but surely, fnatic are creeping their way back in.
Yeah, that's just enough.
I would say there's a better way to smoke off that if you want to go for it. You can actually just like put down a smoke on top of the cart and like sit inside it. If they really wanted to. You don't have to jump or anything. Because the problem with jumping, obviously, is that you're going to be at a pretty big disadvantage. But I guess we'll see where it goes now. Over at the A bomb site, Crim's holding on, and also Olofmeister is there. The deadly combo that everyone knows really well. And it's just pistols on Acer. This could be a slaughter.
Yeah.
Could we see more double grenades, maybe?
I mean, they got the Molotovs as well if they want to have a barbecue. It's going to be a flash in a pit, and Crim's getting into position now.
Oh.
There's the Molotov. Yeah, and one thing gets picked up immediately. Because they don't realize that there's 4 players still up in the palace. So they could actually have this, but Flusha, another Molotov goes down. HE combo, and JW and Crim's just tearing them up. Last man gets caught out by Flusha, and it was a pretty healthy spread, actually, as far as the kills are concerned. 2 for Flusha, 2 for JW, and 1 for Crims.
Did Crims just steal a Glock? Yeah, he still has it. That's a bit weird. You've got 9,000 Crims, and you're not going to be saving anything because it's 15 rounds for the other team, so buy a 5.7 already. Or a C-set. Like, Pronax should have something else than the USPS, in my opinion, but I guess that's details. Although it would be funny if Crims, like, runs out of bullets and pulls out the Glock and loses the game, or loses the map here. Good trade. Teammates are going to take that all day. Nice double from Crystal as well. Taking out Crims. Don't think it was the Glock that really made him fall then. Slap going to go into the middle, and Crystal will get a 3rd kill. Excellent headshot on Flusher. And this is it, ladies and gentlemen. Pronax going to be alone in a 1v4. Bomb goes down. And Team Acer, they're spread out all across the map. There's absolutely no way Pronax can find all these kills unless they just lose their minds here. And he's going to get taken out by Slap with a triple kill, who ends up at 29. What a shocking result. Team Acer absolutely schooling fnatic on Mirage. What's going on?
I'm at an equally heavy loss as you. Heavy loss? It's a heavy loss. That was a heavy loss by
Sumner, did you wouldn't happen to have slept at the airport tonight, did you? Or lack of, didn't actually sleep at the airport, but just kind of stayed there?
Dude,
from
it's
Ufinity.
Like insane, actually. I was fine up until like halfway through that game, and then it's just like completely avalanched on me. Now I feel like I'm trying to talk through like syrup or something.
For anyone who doesn't know, Sumler was always stayed at Affinity, and then he was supposed to go home, but instead he caught a really early flight, like 6:30 in the morning, and had to stay at the airport because you know.
I've slept 4 hours in the last 30 or 48.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah,
It was a
keep
nice,
fighting.
Gatwick's a nice airport.
Well, it might actually be better than Heathrow, but that's because
It was actually all right, except that there was just nowhere to sleep in it. Nowhere to sleep. Sometimes you could find a couch or something.
Look, guys, before we get into the second map, someone's going to take a quick power nap, and then we'll go into Cobblestone with Fnatic being 1 map down. What an upset. We'll be right back after a quick break.